Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Davis up the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 14. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Herbert from the gun. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the Falcons have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Moss. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
Alert!
On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought down by Rasul Douglas. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Alert!
A handoff right for Moss. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Running left, it's Pierce. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll motion a tight end left. Play action now with Allen. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. On the play fake, it's Herbert. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Gosh, this is Xavier Legette. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from the 41. Davis takes it straight ahead. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Go.
Herbert now. Blitz coming. Taken in by Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. They put a receiver in motion right. Herbert on 1st down. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets this forward to the 19. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
First carry here for Braylon Allen. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And that one's incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll send him over right.
Ready.
On third down, Herbert. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be their last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
Starting the drive with a give to Moss. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Right back to Moss now. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Complete. It's Atwell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10. Here's Allen. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Pitts brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. On the toss, it's Moss. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Play action now. Allen. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And the Panthers into the nickel set. Third down coming. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Falcons will have a first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now give up the middle to Moss. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Got a man, it's London. And not much doing, he stopped quickly.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Falcons looking for a bigger lead before the break. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 24. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. A lot of grass ahead. And the Falcons take over on his 5th interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock. Somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. And they'll take this opportunity to discuss what's next over on their sideline. They're out and set, first and 10. Running out of the gun with Moss. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
56, 56.
Allen on 3rd and 2. This is hauled in by Atwell. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
The throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Allen setting up to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Throwing here, Allen. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So now on is Younghoe Koo for the Falcons field goal. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will add to their score.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. And they pick him off again. And the Falcons will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offense coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
On first down, Allen. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone, so it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Set.
One final shot before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got First and 10 now from the 30.
Pass.
A tight end in motion now.
Look out!
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
What's that?
It's Allen out of the pistol. Flushed out of the pocket. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Allen on 3rd and short. Into the hands of Pitts. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
What's that?
Moss with the run to start this 3rd quarter. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Look out!
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
What's that?
Moss gets it from the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Middle. Look out!
Moss with another carry. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
What's that?
Now Allen off the play action. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Atwell, the motion man here. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Cleveland on third down. Quick slant complete. Touchdown, Atlanta. Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons continue piling on to this lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
Play action now for Herbert. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Set.
Back to the air. Herbert. Legette's got it. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. Falcons going nickel to defend this 3rd down play.
Set.
Judy now in motion left. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Set. Grenade. Grenade. Ready.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul.
Set. What is that?
1st and 10, here's Herbert. Andrews with the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 3 now.
Set. Ready.
Handoff here to Davis. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Grenade.
And the Falcons get a 5th defensive back out there. 3rd down coming.
Set.
Herbert from the gun. And they pick him off again. And the Falcons take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envision that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. This is Pierce running right. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Now as that play came to an end, we saw somebody in some pain down there. And now it looks like they're looking at the running back, Dameon Pierce.